Welcome! How to run the latest Ubuntu Linux version on your Mac. In this video I'm gonna show you how to run Ubuntu Server 23.10 Mantic Minotaur on a virtual machine using VMware Fusion. First of all, jump on the Ubuntu website and download the ISO file for the installer. There are plenty of different options, plenty of different flavor. I choose to run the server because it's the fastest and also the most lighter version available. But you can run the desktop version or whatever version fits your need. If you're curious, take a look on the release note with all the details about this newest release. Okay, once you successfully downloaded the file, you are ready to run your VMware Fusion on your laptop. First of all, hit a new virtual machine button and you can move on to the next step as to select the ISO file on your hard drive. So select the ISO file and move to the next step. VMware is automatically select the best setting for our Ubuntu virtual machine. Save the file on your hard drive and you can even customize the number of processor or the amount of memory. In my case, I'm okay with 2 processors and 4 GB of RAM. Okay, cool. Now the virtual machine is booting up and we have a first menu on the boot menu from a CD. Let's select install Ubuntu. In a blink of an eye, all the components will be loaded and we are gonna follow the wizard for our first installation. This is assembled like a text interface, so we can select the language that we prefer. I'm okay moving on with my US and English. Also the network configuration is automatic on my system, but you can always select any other options. The following step is actually reaching out the Ubuntu mirror next to us. In this way we're gonna receive all the updates on the system and all the software will be up to date. The following step is actually how we would like to partition the hard drive. I'm okay with the default option which say this create all this layout of my system. As you can see, there is one big root partition, a boot partition, and some swap space. The following step is actually to create a user. In my case, let me create a DevOps user and my system will be called Ubuntu. Yes, a lot of fantasy. Let's pick up a username for this user, in my case DevOps, and a strong password. Bear in mind that this user has a sudo permission, so it can also become a root user. I would like to install the OpenSSH server as I would like to connect remotely to this system. The installer asks also additional software component if you would like to run, for example, Kubernetes, Docker, or anything else. Okay, cool. Now finally we are in the central part of our installation. The one is actually copying the file into our virtual hard drive. So all the packages are actually transferred from the installation media to our hard drive, and all the important components such as the kernel and everything is actually loaded and configured for our system. This wouldn't take longer because I select only the minimum amount of package for succeeding in the Ubuntu installation, and we just need to wait, and once the actual installation is done we can reboot our system and start using our virtual machine so we can create everything that we need. One important thing is that let me note that install is already completed, but this step is actually connecting to the software repository and making sure that the software is up to date. This is going to download the system, the updated packages in our system, and proceeding to installing. Cool. Now actually the installation is completed and we can reboot our system. As you can see, there is a reboot now button on the bottom. This once we hit this reboot now, the system is going to be rebooted from the CD-ROM and is actually going to boot up from the system in our hard drive. So let me show you in 1 sec. All the necessary files now are ready in the system, are installed on the hard drive, so we can proceed actually using our system. So we can adding additional software, we can create our file, we can connect remotely, or whatever fits your need. Cool. So this will be the standard bootstrap of your system every day from now onward. As you can see, all the services are getting loaded, and there is also some initial configuration. I'm thinking on the top of my mind there is the creation of a SSH fingerprint. This is very important because every time we are going to connect to this system, this will be the fingerprint of the system. Cool. As you can see, we already have a login prompt, so we just need to hit enter and we can connect to the system. We can connect directly in the terminal like I'm going to do now, or via the OpenSSH server and connect remotely. So let me type my DevOps user and the password, and here we are inside my system. I can type whatever command I want. For example, let me verify that this is the latest Ubuntu version. Here we are. Mantic Minotaur is available on version 23.10. Now we can switch to root user and do an apt update, for example, to check it out, newest version of the packages. Now the sky is the limit and we can install and search for whatever software that we want. For example, the Ansible package. Thank you for watching, have a wonderful day and see you on the next video.